Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's up? What's happening? What's shaking? I tried the ring today, but I'm pretty sure I could get it on, but I don't think I could. I don't think I could take it off. And if I can't take it off, I'm not putting it on. It's just the way I am. Hope everybody's doing great here on Hump Day. We here at the Tom Gully Show sincerely hope that you are getting the full, total, and complete amount of hump that you so desperately crave and you so rightfully deserve here on Hump Day. Yeah, we got a bunch of Weisenheimers in our chat room as usual. Let's see. Not very, let's see, greeting from, Zombie, when did you become mentally not that together? You used to be the smartest one of the bunch, and now you're just, I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Get it fixed. Get it fixed. Zombie Wolf partakes a lot of a substance which used to be illegal all over the place and now is recreationally legal in many places. California, where he's at, is one of them. And I think it's, Sunday Genesis. I love that word, Weisenheimer. Yes, he is a Weisenheimer. Stephanie Lindley, she's from Nashville. Some call it Cashville. She's not chopped liver. Says, hello, Tim Gullett and friends. Ha ha ha, funny. It's the meds. Yeah. Well, some of you will start experiencing sensation that's known as, I'm not clicking on your stuff anymore. So it won't display on the screen if it's just dumb. If it's just dumb. Why should I subject everybody else to your... You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Why on earth would I do that? It doesn't make any sense that I would do that. Sorry, I'm looking at some... God. You know what? There's really... It was such a better world before these pieces of crap. It was such a better world. It really was. It really was. I can't type. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Karen Garvey. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Karen. Oh, boy. Yeah. See, it was such a better world. It really was. These cell phones have done nothing for us. Nothing. Karen Garvey says, please hit the like button. And I would say, yeah, like, share, subscribe. You can go to the TomGullyShow.com. There's a billion podcasts on there for you to listen to. You can also get merch there, or just go straight to the horse's mouth and go to cafepress.com/the Tom Gully Show. If you want to help the show out a little bit, a little something, because we're not monetized. You can go to, at the moment, you can go to paypal.me/Tom Gully Show, or you can go to patreon.com/The Tom Gully Show. It's all in the crawl, and enjoy that. Now I have a thing I have to respond to that I can't, because you know what I used to like that we don't have now? Zombie Wolf agrees with something. We don't know what, because he didn't put it in his message. This is one of the things in the future I won't even put on the screen. When you post something, you have to realize, I might not get to it for 5 minutes. So when you post, yes, you're just kind of giving everybody a signal that says, I'm not that bright. Joker Fist says hi to Karen. Everybody should say hi to Karen. Edgar Cayce, sorry. You don't have to be correcting things. This is another one, Star Mountain. I knew what you were talking about. Uri Geller. Hey, I got an email from Uri Geller one time because I also am a Weisenheimer. And so what I did was I sent Uri Geller a message that said, hey, I just opened my dishwasher and one of the spoons was bent inside of it. Was that you? Did you do that? And he said, you should explore the mental. He Weisenheimer me back. Uri Geller wrote me back. You should explore the mental power. You should explore your dishwasher's psychic abilities. You may find it has amazing powers. Which I thought was a great Weisenheimer back to me. Sunday Jenna's got the thumbs up there. Karen Garvey's saying hi to folks. Star Mountain, it is good to see you here, by the way. Hi, Karen. What's up, gang? Says Kahuna. Yeah, Zombie, get with the program. And part of it's my fault because I'm just not, being that discerning with the posts that I put up on the screen. I figure that's a little thrill for you guys, But a lot of just people saying hi to each other and stuff. If I had a more brisk pace of chat, I wouldn't put those up. But because nobody watches this show, you pretty much up to now have been guaranteed, no matter what you put in the chat room, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But yeah, Zombie, you should get with the program. But shouldn't Zombie have been getting with the program for years now? Why are we just now asking him to go? I should have shaved today. I didn't shave. Orange sun-kissed soda. That's what we got now. Randy Ramos is in the house. Are you still at that same restaurant you were at before? Let me see here. Star Mountain says Baba Vanga is another topic for another time. It's fascinating how accurate she was. Her predictions go on till the end of humanity. Yeah. All of them are so accurate. We'll get to accuracy here in a minute. Zombie needs to get into a program. I don't know that they're going to let him into a program. I don't know if that's ever going to occur. So let me tell you about Edgar Cayce, clairvoyant freak. Now, I should preface this by saying my grandparents and older people super into Edgar Cayce. They thought this guy knew it all, and there were newspaper articles, books. I think there was a radio show for a while. I'm going to tell you about this guy. He was born in 1877 in Kentucky. Right there, we could just stop. Never a good sign. Kentucky, I'm originally from Indiana, so we have a thing with Kentucky. So, as a kid, he could apparently see and speak with his dead grandfather. That was like a ghostly apparition. And when he was 10, he started reading the Bible over and over and over and over again. And there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever, except at age 12, he was reading the Bible in this hut that he had out in the woods. Because you know how people like to have a hut out in the woods to read their Bible in. And while he was reading his Bible in this hut out in the woods, he saw a woman with wings. He never said it was an angel or anything. He said a woman with wings who told him his prayers had been answered. She asked him what was the thing that he wanted more than anything. And he said he wanted to help others, especially kids. And he decided at that moment that he wanted to become a missionary. Well, the next night, after a teacher had complained about his study habits, because apparently Edgar could never concentrate on his studies, his dad quite brutally tested him on spelling and knocked him out of a chair when he couldn't spell his spelling words. So that night, when Edgar went to sleep, the woman with the wings came to him and told him that if he slept, that he would be helped, that they would help him. She didn't say what day it was. So he slept with his head on his spelling book. It was like his pillow. And when he woke up, he knew everything that was in the book. And after that, Edgar remembered everything in his school books by sleeping with them under his head. So, in 1893, his family moved to Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And Edgar got himself an 8th grade Kentucky education, which is like probably a 2nd or 3rd grade Indiana education. He noticed to himself that he was becoming clairvoyant, that he could see things and predict things and stuff, like you do. And so he left the family farm to try and find a job with his 8th grade education and his belief that he was a prophet. Part of the reason that his education stopped, and this is is that his family couldn't afford the cost of it, which is maybe the strangest part of this whole story because, Kentucky, what do you mean you can't afford it? It's free. It's whatever. A few years later, he became engaged to Gertrude Evans, which will become important later. She's one of the people that would transcribe his predictions as his wife, plus, the name Gertrude. Gertrude. Anytime you hear that, it's awesome. Let me see here. Gosh, there's a lot of quotes. I better catch up on them. So, getting a program. Somebody's saying I just chef. Hey, it is a celebrity in the house, the king of all the dabblers, who I'm sure would not have been required to quit his education because of, you can't afford it because you're in 8th grade. I still don't understand that. The frog is here. That is correct. Zombie says, the amazing Kreskin. Star Mountain says, I smell skepticism. Ah, good. We need that. Well, it's not just skepticism. This guy was a freak show. The total freak show. Let's see here. Randy Ramos says, I'm in a place called Nevermore. It's in Union Station. The same, obviously, is about Edgar Allan Poe. Well, Randy Ramos, what was that Asian fusion or something place you were at during the end of COVID, the beginning? I can't remember. It was on Massachusetts Street, I think. Internet Bard said, is that review, brah? Don't even know what that means. Has absolutely no meaning whatsoever. Just a blithering nothing. Good one, brah. It doesn't mean anything. The kahuna saying hello to the frog. The frog is much maligned for no reason. Kentucky has bourbon and beautiful horses and lots of caves. Yes, says Stephanie Lindley. But you know what also it has? Kentuckians. So, other places have bourbon. Other places have beautiful horses. And other places have caves. Incidentally, with the amount of people trapped and dying in caves stories we do here, I don't know that caves are all that beneficial. But Kentucky has a lot of Kentuckians. And this guy's a Kentuckian. And wait till we get to the bottom of this fella. Sandy Eastman just got off of the jail, rock job. Sandy Eastman has an interesting job. She does. And her favorite casino, the East Side Scammery, is closed. Star Mountain said, that's kind of like me reading Lord of the Rings in the woods and seeing a hobbit. That's funny. Hi, Frog. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I also hope the Frog's having a wonderful day. The Frog is being regaled here in the room, as well he should. He is, of course, Dabbleverse elite celebrity. Terry Nee says, maybe his dad knocked his brain, right? Probably. Star Mountain says, no, I was talking about Baba Vanga. You weren't talking about the Swami Baha? Danny Workman says, interesting. Nevermore. Great man, if you say so. Where was I? Oh, yes, I was telling you about this Kentuckian. So he started teaching Sunday school, did Edgar Cayce, and recruiting missionaries and seeing auras around people and speaking to angels and hearing the voices of his dead relatives, like you do. He started selling insurance, but got laryngitis. And he couldn't speak at all for a year. Couldn't talk at all because of the laryngitis. So he started doing photography, like you do. And it was then that a traveling stage hypnotist heard about Cayce's throat condition and started trying to cure him. While he was hypnotized, he'd go into this trance and he would speak and predict all these things. He would do all these readings. But when he was revived out of the trance, he couldn't speak anymore, which is actually kind of creepy. He kept losing his voice and then having it sort of restored under hypnosis for quite some time. This one hypnosis guy finally got it so he could speak when he was not under a trance. But every now and then he would lose his voice again and had to be hypnotized. So he was doing the photography. His photo studio burned down not once, but twice. And so Cayce actually started curing people by doing these readings for him. Now, it's important to remember, he would go into a trance for these readings, and someone else would have to transcribe what he was saying because he couldn't remember anything after he was done. The medical profession came out against him, even though he's curing people like crazy, but he kept healing people everywhere. So he started getting sick of doing photography. Obviously, 2 of your photo studios burned down. You go bankrupt. So he started asking for donations to heal people and read their future. If you wanted your future read, he wouldn't just cure you. He could also read your future. So he could focus on doing that full time. He didn't want to do any more photography. He wanted to just get paid for going into a trance and predicting things. So he would go into a trance when he made the predictions, and his secretary at first, and also his wife, and also some other stooges that he had. By the way, look at this guy. Would you pay him to predict your future? They would transcribe his readings. He would also tell people about their past lives because he believed in reincarnation. Let me just here's one of the places that he did all this. And the places are slightly important for reasons I'll tell you in a minute. Some of his health recommendations included electrotherapy, which is putting electrical wires on parts of your body, ultraviolet light, like a like a blue light, dude, in your and massage. And it was at this point that a voice told him to move to Virginia Beach, Virginia, which is the place behind me, by the way. That's the place in Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's the big, I'll tell you what it's called in a second. He had a small staff of employees at this point, and he was surviving on the contributions of benefactors. So to avoid being prosecuted as a fraud, because back then they weren't always super crazy about people taking money to predict the future, he started the Association of National Investigations. That's what's behind me. And anyone who got a reading from him had to join the association and claim that they were participating in research. So that's how he got around being arrested. His cures now included salt packs, poultices, chromotherapy, color wheels and stuff, magnetism. I didn't look into this one too deeply, but vibrator treatment, dental therapy, colonics, inhalants, and mud baths, plus substances like herbs, iodine, charcoal, cream of tartar, laudanum, and gold solution. And by now, he's got a months-long waiting list. You can't just walk up on old Edgar Cayce. He's months long. In 1 year, he did 1,385 readings, and he would during World War II and World War I, he would tell people about missing servicemen overseas, like they would be missing in action, and he would tell their relatives whether they died or not. And then, because he did so many readings in that 1 year, he had a stroke and died in January of 1945. Just keeled over, which apparently he didn't see coming, which you would have thought. Anyway, he had over 14,000 transcribed readings from March of 1901 to September of 1944. He used astral projection, prophecy, mediumship, and auras, plus dreams. He never knew the content of his predictions, he claimed, because he was in a trance and he never heard them himself. Now, here's a few people that thought Edgar Cayce had it together, that he was like a really smart guy. Woodrow Wilson, Thomas Edison, Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, all big supporters. He believed in the existence of Atlantis. This is where I start to kind of show you what a nutcase he was. Believed in the existence of Atlantis and reinterpreted the history of life on Earth. He believed that 5 different races, white, black, brown, red, and yellow, were individually created in separate parts of the Earth. He believed in aliens and that these things he called soul entities intermingled with animals to produce things like giants. Giants. He believed in a giant crystal, I'm not joking, a giant crystal that would harness the power of the sun, but it was in Atlantis, so nobody could get to it, I guess. I don't know. And he predicted that in 1958, the world would discover a death ray. Yeah, a death ray, which was used in Atlantis. That we would find Atlantis and we would discover this death ray. He predicted in the second coming of Christ, which he said would happen in 1998. So, that's just a little bit about our boy, Edgar Cayce. Super famous, by the way. Super famous. He was known as the sleeping prophet because he did these things in a trance. And, yeah. Jokerfish is on Team Frog, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Hey, Chris Abels knows. He's from Michigan. He knows about the Kentuckians. I don't need to say nothing more to him. And if you think, you know, he's got it bad. I'm from Indiana. People from Indiana, people from Kentucky. No, that's not. Reverend Bob Bill says, my mother was born in Kentucky. Well, then she got out and had the good sense to see that you weren't born there. Modata. Was that the name of the place? I thought it was something else, but I do remember it. Danny worked with John Wayne and Oliver Hardy. Were in a movie called The Kentuckians. Yeah. Cooper socks. Copper socks? Are you asking me about copper socks? He probably did believe in copper socks and copper wristbands and copper everything else. Infowars says, have you heard about David Willick and how he swears he's a reincarnation of Cayce? I'm pretty sure David harassed the family for years. He's a New Age secret space program, Galactic Federation weirdo. No, but it doesn't surprise me. Many people believe that Edgar Cayce was the beginning of the New Age movement, which makes a lot of sense. David does look kind of like him, though. I'm pretty sure that's where he got the idea from. David looks a little like this. That poor guy. Sven Dunkel is here. Hey, Sven. Jason Bardo the 10th, or just X, whichever he prefers. Chris Abels, Skull. The answer is 42. Jason Bardo says, it's all true. It's all true. Whatever you talk about, it's true. I tried to watch some of Stuttering John last night and some of the follow-up to all of the, I fell asleep, but I was watching some of the Shuley show about the revealing of all the divorce paperwork and all that. When John was like, you only saw her side of it. Right. It's common in a divorce proceeding for one side to just file tons of things that they can be sued for if they're not true. Star Mountain said, I saw an old movie where Atlantis had a death ray. It was on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Chris Abels is still laughing. Hey, tonight is, I'm so sorry, tonight's Replayables. And that's on at, I think, 8 o'clock. Or maybe it's 7 o'clock. I can never remember the Wednesday time. Chris Abels will tell us. If it's 7 o'clock, we'll be out of here by 7, so everybody can go watch Replayables. Scoff if you must, but when we find Atlantis, we'll find that everything was true. Yes, and I will flee the death ray. I just moved out of Kentucky. I'm back in normal land now. Cahuta says, Chris, you're going to have your garbage can mug tonight. Hey. That's not a garbage can mug. I'll show you a garbage can mug. Don't be using my funny sayings. I'm the one that says that's a trash can with a handle on it. Look at that. That's the Tom Gully Show 20-ounce drinking mug. By God. That's a thing of beauty there. He does have a big deal. Let's see here. Kentucky makes the worst tasting jelly ever. Yeah, it's probably made from horse droppings. He's on now, chose to be here. Stuttering Joe's show is like Groundhog Day, but not funny. Well, look, I'm not saying not to watch Stuttering John live. I'm just saying I believe personally that it's smarter to watch the Shuley show condensed version because they show you all the good parts. And then you don't have to spend 2 hours with that idiot. Let's see here. Starting John left her like a fool. He says she left him. Right. Well, I can believe either one because that chick was clearly fed up with him. What time does Replayables start tonight, Chris Abels? And give it to me in Eastern time zone. Birds ain't real. He wants the pity so bad. God, doesn't he want the pity? Hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button in here if you could. Atlantis invented the death ray but forgot to invent the lifeboat. I don't know what's true. Something's true. I'm in favor of that. The Gully Mega Mug. It got me through 6 hours of meetings today. Yes! Garbage can mug, 32 ounces. It's ridiculous. Well, that's not that much bigger than my 20-ounce coffee mug. 8 o'clock Eastern, so that's 7 Central, so that's 32 minutes from now. We'll get out of here in time for everybody to see that. 8 p.m. Eastern Replayables. Okay, there we go. 7 o'clock Texas time. I can do the conversion. I'm good at the conversion. Anyway, thank you, Terry. Thank you, Jenna. Everybody helping out. Okay. I got it. How you doing, Lyndon? Nice to see you here. Cheers, Abel, says Jenna. Yeah, we'll be. I'll make sure and get a. You'll be, as we say in broadcasting, you'll be clear before 7 o'clock, so you can go watch that. I can't because I got things to do right after I'm done with it. Man, I'm so hungry right now. Here's what I'm making. I'm not gonna. It's not officially a chili Frito pie because it's not officially Fritos, and I don't have any cheese, but I do have the nacho discs, the really good Texas ones. That's from a manufacturer that I don't know the name of. It's Mama somebody's or something. They just sell such good Mexican here. So you crunch up a bunch of those, okay? You break them up into halves and quarters, and you put them in the bottom of a bowl, like a bowl. You know what? I don't know why I'm making this symbol, but a bowl. And then you take a bunch of sour cream and put it on top of that. And then you take the Wolf brand no bean chili that you've heated up and pour it on top. Let me see. King of all devers. Hey, what time is Replayables on? Why you wise and high, right? What up? Right, right in the nose with the. That would be 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific. What happened to the short bus gang? Do I still have my short bus visual? I could put it in the background. There's only one way to find out, huh? That's the wrong thing. Let me see here if I can find that. If I can find it, I'll put the short bus deal in the background. Is that what you're talking about? The short bus gang? It's the thing that I have with the short bus. Storyline, generic news, weekend edition. Well, the weekend edition I think might have the short bus on. It does, as a matter of fact. It does. I'll move that over so you get the full. Yeah, we used to do special weekend edition shows for COVID, for the people in England, because it's like midnight or 1 o'clock. And we do have people like Diana O'Brien and others that watch. So this is the short bus, and somewhere there exists an actual graphic of the short bus that I have. Wild Bill was kind enough to put a, let's not do that yet. Wild Bill was kind enough to put one of my old memes up the other day with Chris Farley on it. For the love of God. Let's see here. King. Somebody's happy with King. Wolf Brand Chili. Oh, yeah, Wolf Brand Chili. Jokerfish, everybody's saying hi. I think you have the short bust image from last week even. Do I? I've got a bunch of images I should really be using for the show. Elvis Costello is saying watch the show. There's a whole bunch of smartest man in the world, most interesting man in the world, 9 p.m. pond time. Let's see. I like that chili. I add my own onions, and nobody cares what you do. Don't the tacos go soggy, Tom? Not really. Not really. Well, maybe it's a touch, but it doesn't matter. I would totally cook for you if you live closer. I make a mean lasagna. Well, Stephanie, send it in the mail. It's shorter than I could ever have imagined. Where's that for the love of God, Wild Bill? And why don't they make double-decker short buses? Because the kids fall out of them. Freshman soccer team rode the short bus to away games. Well, it is the freshman soccer team. I'm wondering, I got to put down on my list. Where's my list here? Oh, God. I've got too many lists for this damn show. Here. Memes. TGS memes. Because there's a bunch of them. I for a while, especially George from my good friends over at Sonic Asylum Radio, who we're on Sonic Asylum Radio right now. George Evans made a ton of really great memes for me. With Costello, I think the Queen of England. Man, there's a ton of them. I ought to be using those, but I'm not that bright. I'm really not that bright. You want to see how unbright I am? I'm going to show you right now how stupid I am. I'm going to prove to you right now how dumb I am. This will, this will prove it. Why does it take him so long to answer the damn phone? Hi,
hello.
welcome. Yeah, hi. Why does it take you a half an hour to answer the phone?
Because I was doing physical therapy.
Oh, really?
I had to take a pee.
What do they have you doing?
I peed in one of those little handheld buckets.
You one of those things that looks kind of like a travel mug, but it's got a bent top at the top of it?
Exactly. The problem, that's why I'm late.
Oh, well, that's not physical therapy.
Yeah. Oh, she was here too. She made me a resistance band.
Who?
I'm worried about
Choga?
Huh?
What's her name? Choga or?
No, I've got another nurse today.
What's her
name's
name?
Rita, and she's from Haiti, and she's a big soccer fan. She knows all about soccer.
Yeah.
I told her she could be on the show, but it's up to you.
Lovely Rita, meter maid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Haiti.
but how does she know all about soccer? Haiti sucks at soccer. I mean,
She knows she'll
sucks.
kick your ass at soccer because she says they used to kick rocks and stuff in Haiti. She can tell you all about it.
Yeah. Well, they're terrible. When's the last time they qualified for a World Cup? 1986.
I don't know.
They're in our uh, qualification group for the World Cup, and we stomp them badly when we play them. Badly.
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I'll call her right now. Hold on.
No,
Oh,
no,
let's
let's not. I don't want to talk to a Haitian about soccer. They got bigger problems to deal with. I'd rather talk to you.
Okay.
Did they cut any more meat off your foot today?
Nope. In fact, they told me that I'm on the way out of here. I'm going home.
Are you looking forward to that?
Not real. Well, I bought a scooter because I got a wheelchair and I got the porta potty and I've got the walker. I've got the whole 9 yards as far as being handicapped, but I'm pretty well healed. I mean, once I get the results back on my right foot that I have no infection, I'm out. I'm kick me out the door. That's where I'm going.
So how long till you're walking around and stuff again?
2 weeks.
How come you got bunions on two different feet?
Because that's the way I was made. I was born that way.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not perfect like you.
how long? No, but yeah, but how long do you have to have a bunion before you know you have a bunion? Like the people that get like neck tumors removed that are 30 pounds. I'm always like, wouldn't it just a couple of ounces you realize I've got a big giant thing on my neck? You know?
Well, it's like it grew out overnight. It was like, you know what granulation is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like all of a sudden it started to granulate, but the granulation got out of control and it just kept growing and growing. And it's this big old, and they removed a tumor out of the right side of left side of my foot. And they got it out.
I'd have been to the doctor the first granule. I'd have said something's up here, you know, or cut it off with a pocket knife.
You don't wear compression socks, do you?
No.
This is all new to me, and you're acting like, dude, it's like I go in for a granule. I'm like dealing with a lot of different issues than just one granule. There's a lot of other things.
What other things are you dealing with?
With you, number one, and that's another problem. But
Well,
like you telling me, I don't know why I'm calling this idiot, but I'll call him anyway. It's like that's not very cool. I'm laying in the hospital.
Well, I didn't even know you were laying in the hospital when I said that. Now, when I found out you were in the hospital, then what did I say? I said, we'll call Trevor every day and see how he's doing.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You can call me every day. I'm going to get a Haitian soccer player on it, whether you like it or not. But it's like Rita's still here if you ever want to talk to her.
Okay. If I need to know about earthquakes, I'll talk to her about that.
Okay. Did you talk to Zombie today?
Not on the phone.
Well, why do you keep kicking him out? Or do you kick him out of the chat room?
No, he's still in the chat.
He has a lot to say. Zombie's a smart character.
I know. He's not showing his intelligence in my chat room, though.
Yeah, that's him.
I think he might be pretty heavy into that wacky tobacco.
He has to go out and get medicated. Yeah, he has before a show because he doesn't drink anymore.
I didn't know that he ever did drink. I just knew that he was getting majorly stoned to the bone during your shows that you used to do.
Yeah, and I've got another issue. Irving, you don't like him. He recorded an intro for your show, and he's like apologizing profusely that he goes, I think Tom's one of the smartest guys he's ever heard. I'm going to record an intro for his show, and he did it, and he wants me to play it for you. And I said, I told him you don't want him on the show, so do you want him to
send it to me? Send it to me in email.
Okay, and it was like reverb, and he would like go, the Tom Gully Show, and reverb, and he's like your Ed McMahon.
I'm not saying I'm going to use it, but I'll play it once. You know, because D&M Mining does mining for folks who like
This here's the Tom Gully show.
for mining
Right.
and excavating and
I think it'd be a good intro.
What are you having for dinner? What kind of hospital food are you having for dinner?
Hold on. Let me get the menu. Maybe you guys can pick it out for me.
They have a menu. Oh, they just brought you something.
What do you expect at the Catholic Church? The Catholic Church is loaded. You can get anything you want.
Oh, it's a Catholic hospital. I didn't know that. Is it Daughters of Mercy or Sisters of Charity?
The Saints of Jude.
Okay.
The Saint Jude. And actually, I get chef's featured entree, the chicken tinga bowl, 17 spiced chicken breasts, without going through all of them, turkey, lemon salmon, barbecue boneless pork chops, meatloaf with gravy.
That's
hot
good.
roast with gravy, meatballs with any pasta.
Well, what? Yeah, we don't need to pick it from you. That's good stuff. What are you gonna get?
I haven't had the chicken tinga bowl yet. That's the one I haven't. I used.
Are you gonna get that?
I might, maybe I'll get that or the meatloaf with gravy. Wait a second.
Okay.
Sides, I get all kinds of sides: potatoes, tomatoes.
Man, stop talking about it. You're going to eat better than I am tonight. That's disappointing to me.
I get a full salad. I get like vanilla ice cream.
Man,
Orange beverages. I get coffee. I get juice. I get hot chocolate for put me to sleep. And that's my show.
They don't serve bunion meat sandwiches there, do they?
No. Yeah, on the back of the menu, the power of food boosters, and it tells you about the food and how it gives you power, like bananas, avocados.
Yeah, oxidants also. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I'm a little bit jealous of your dining options.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have Irving do his reverb and get it. I'll get it to you sometime.
All right. That sounds good. That sounds great. Well, I'm glad you're doing better. We'll call you tomorrow.
It's been nice talking to you.
All right.
I'll get better and I'll get on my scooter and I'll just roll away.
All right.
All right.
Just get better.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
From Trevor's Happy Hour to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna plug your show right after I hang up.
Thank you. And I'll give you $10. Good night.
You don't have to give me $10.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that's former nemesis Trevor from Trevor's Happy Hour. Used to pass out drunk while doing his show. Now he's off the sauce. I've heard. I got to be clear here by 7, which is 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Eastern Pacific. So I got to rush through these comments. Let's see here. Thanks, Tom. Now I'm jonesing for some good chili. The Wolf is here. He says it's called urinal. I don't know what that is, but I would not disagree with the Wolf. People saying hi to the Wolf. Wolf saying hi to people. Stud Joe knows about podcasting, and he sucks at it, says Hugh. Boy, you got that right. The Wolf says, has he got the sugar? Well, he's got the granule. I do know. A Farrier might have been less expensive. Julian Caesar. The Wolf says, I know that overnight thing works. I know how that overnight thing works. Yeah, well, Trevor's been in there for not as long as you were, Wolf, but he's been there for a week or so, I think. This segment's sponsored by AARP and WebMD and 24-hour emergency center. The Wolf said, did they find Trevor's head during the colonoscopy? Now, see, that's kind of funny. Aaron Smith, a very fleet of foot guy that used to play soccer, much younger than me. I was probably just a far-off legend. Also, the fifth Gully brother was known as the fifth Gully brother. It's sort of an adopted, anyway. So I have 3 brothers. There's 4 brothers total. Danny Workman says, yeah, I'd rather get stoned than drink. Well, we know this, zombie. We know this. He says, mini driving dick. I don't know what that means. Diana G. O'Brien says, no pain like painful feet. Had gout a few months back. Still get the pain intermittently. I remember when you were talking about that, Diana. I'm glad that's over with for you. Terry Nee says, peeing on your own is the exit interview. Can you pee on your own? Oh, well, out you go. On your way then. Bob's your uncle. Danny Workman says, fathers have forgotten. I don't... Zombie, I think I'm just about done posting your remarks. They're just... The Wolf says, no, please don't remind me of how I spent my summer. I know they starved you in there. They only gave you 25,000 calories a day. Combination hospital and culinary school. Yeah, man, that's some good stuff. What a menu. Sounds delicious. I agree, Diana. But he's at a Catholic hospital. Get both. Yeah. Wolf says, sounds like Scripps Hospital. Well, it's probably good stuff, but I know that the Wolf oftentimes is concerned about the volume of sustenance he's going to get, as well as the quality. Tell him you want liver. Fantastic food at Scripps, apparently. Zombie Wolf about to light the... Yeah, Zombie Wolf is always... hold the psoriasis. Good night, Trevor. Drive fast, take chances, have the chicken. Sven Dunkel's here. He says, in German hospitals, you get hot chocolate and coffee as much as you like for free. Ja, ja. Hoffentlich dann ausgezeichnet Kaffee. Du willst gehaben. Randy Ramos says, don't you have twin sisters? I do. I have 3 brothers, and then I have sisters that are twins to each other, not to me, obviously. And Randy Ramos used to work at Noble Roman's Pizza with at least one of them, if not both of them. My post out of context this late. Sorry. This late, it's 5 o'clock or something. Let's see. 6:48, that means it's 5:40. It's not even 5 o'clock where you're at. Stephanie Lindley is saying hi to the Wolf. Terry Nee, I saw this before I clicked on it, and I was already laughing. Can we talk about shingles tomorrow? If you really want to, man. I had shingles once, and I don't get them. A lot of people get them on their torso or on their waist or something. You know where I get mine? On my face. And they're giant, and they look... Oh... It's the worst thing ever. I missed the beginning of your show tonight, but a friend told me Vince the lawyer was talking about you today. Beware. Vince the lawyer can go pound sand. There is absolutely nothing worthy about that guy. He's nothing but a troll. He is a person of low intellect. He has somehow managed to vault his opinion about how life should be led and what people should do. This is why women are this way, and this is why men are attracted to this, and that. He's full of it. He is not accredited to say any of the things that he says, with the slight exception, perhaps, of the law. I work with a ton of lawyers. They've seen him once, and they laugh so hard, and just the guy's a joke. But at the front of every show, he says nothing in this show is legal advice. So the one thing he is allowed to speak about, maybe, perhaps, we don't know. I've never seen his law degree. He tells you in advance that nothing he says is legal advice. So what good is he? He's a troll. He creates nothing of use himself, and all he does is make himself a nuisance to others. And from that, he expects to get popular. He's not funny. He's not entertaining, interesting, or informative. So I don't care what he says about me, frankly. Mr. Zero Accomplishment. Danny Workman says, fun show. Thanks, Tom. Well, thank you. I made this observation long ago on a point dabble point or something else, and I'll make it again because it's the first thing that the real lawyers I work with said. It's like, hey, if he was legit at all, he wouldn't have time to troll people online. If he was any good at the law whatsoever, wouldn't have time. Wouldn't have time to scour the internet and troll people and just create human misery for others, lie about them under the veil of, I don't know, he's smart enough to know that there's nothing in it for someone to prosecute him for the things he says and does. Yet he's always like, well, you could be liable for this or for that. No, you're not going to get anything out of anybody doing it that way. You're not. No. Idiot. Julian Caesar says, was willst du haben? Coffee, hot chocolate, und Sauerkraut. I would just have the coffee. The Wolf, Noble Roman's Pizza, 34 pieces for lunch. Oh, I know what pizza the Wolf wants. He wants that gut buster. Isn't that what they called it at the Flying Tomato? Wasn't it the gut buster? I had shingles, says Terry Nee. Woof, on the face is dangerous. It wasn't dangerous. It was just all red and purple, and I looked like a zombie. The one thing that was great about it was I went immediately to the doctor, and the medication for it clears it up like that. I mean, it's very rapid. Jokerfish says Vince is evil. He's nothing. He is nothing. His only goal in life is to draw attention to himself because he realizes how insignificant he is. And the only way that he can do that, the only way he's managed, because he has no wit, he has no skill at entertaining people, the only way that he can do that is by creating human misery for other people. When the rules change, when Section 230 goes away, so will he. Randy Ramos says, I worked with my senior lecturer. Yeah. Diana Gina Bryan says, I have sisters that are twins also, Tom. Do you remember about that? I do remember about that. Oh, shingles are awful. I had them too. By the way, Randy, do you remember Priscilla Erickson that worked? She was an assistant manager at the Noble Romans. I think that was her name. Went on some dates with her. Yeah. Wolf, why such a small lunch? 34 pieces. Wolf says, trying not to be a pig. So he didn't go for 36. Wolf says, had it for lunch for several months. Look, when you go out to eat with the Wolf, and we got to get out of here in just a very few minutes. When you go out to eat with the Wolf, the thing is, he's going to order like 3 entrees right off the bat. Carbo load says, no, and 35 and up is too much. Yes, Wolf is... used to carbo load when I was running marathons, says Reverend Wild Bill. The Wolf says, love the gut buster. Randy Ramos says, I work with your sister, the senior lecturer. I know, I just said that. See, that's what I call her sometimes. Senior lecturer. Wolf says, Rev, I hope you carb depleted before that. Sven Neville says, mix coffee and sauerkraut and enjoy your brutal diarrhea. Oh, God. Lyndon says, I had shingles, but not on my face. But chiggers are horrific. Terrible buggers. They really are. Say, kids, you got to go watch Replayables on the Shuli Network. It's going to be coming on in about 5 minutes, so I'm going to get out of here now. But, boy, there's some funny stuff going on in the room today. Stevie Lilly says, if you ate 34 pieces of pizza at Cece's Pizza, wouldn't they kick you out? Nope, they can't. It's all you can eat. The Wolf, like I said, he's going to eat. You go somewhere and he's going to order 3 entrees. I'm telling you. That's what's going to happen. So, with all that being said, because I got stuff to do here tonight. With all that being said, I guess the only thing left to say is, till next time, we'll see you next time.